Arrogance often appears as excessive confidence, superiority, entitlement, or an intense need to feel above others. But its psychological roots can be far more fragile than its outward appearance suggests. A person may develop arrogant behavior when self-worth becomes dependent on comparison. Instead of feeling valuable internally, they feel valuable when they are more intelligent, successful, attractive, powerful, knowledgeable, wealthy, influential, or respected than the people around them. This creates a hierarchy inside the mind where personal worth depends on occupying a higher position. Arrogance can emerge from excessive praise, competitive environments, emotional insecurity, humiliation, social comparison, or experiences that taught the person that weakness is dangerous. Sometimes superiority becomes a defense against deeply buried inadequacy. If the person can convince themselves that others are inferior, they do not have to confront their own insecurity. Criticizing others can become easier than examining personal weaknesses. Refusing to admit mistakes protects an idealized self-image. Dismissing other people's opinions prevents the discomfort of discovering that someone else may know more. Arrogance, therefore, does not always come from genuinely believing in one's abilities. It can come from needing to constantly protect a particular image of oneself. The person may appear unshakably confident while being unusually sensitive to criticism, correction, competition, or situations in which someone else receives greater recognition. What looks like superiority can sometimes be a psychological shield protecting a vulnerable identity. The hidden roots of arrogance often lie in the inability to tolerate equality, limitation, and imperfection. When identity depends on being exceptional, ordinary experiences become threatening. Someone else succeeding can feel like personal defeat. Admitting ignorance can feel humiliating. Apologizing can feel like weakness. Accepting correction can feel like surrendering status. The person therefore begins protecting their position rather than pursuing truth. This can damage relationships because genuine connection requires reciprocity, humility, and the ability to recognize that other people possess independent knowledge and value. Arrogance may create temporary authority, but it often produces emotional distance because people eventually become reluctant to be honest around someone who cannot tolerate being challenged. The deeper healing process involves developing a form of confidence that does not require superiority. A secure person can recognize their strengths without needing to diminish someone else's. They can be intelligent without needing to prove that everyone else is ignorant. They can possess authority while remaining open to correction. They can succeed without treating another person's success as a threat. Humility does not mean denying ability or becoming artificially modest. It means accurately understanding both strengths and limitations. The deepest transformation occurs when the mind no longer needs comparison to establish worth. You can be exceptional in one area and inexperienced in another. You can know something deeply while still having much to learn. You can make a mistake without becoming insignificant. You can lose an argument without losing your identity. Arrogance begins to weaken when the person realizes that being above others is an unstable source of confidence, because there will always be someone stronger, wiser, richer, more attractive, or more accomplished. Genuine confidence does not require a permanent position at the top. It can survive equality. It can survive correction. It can survive failure. It can even survive being ordinary. When self-respect no longer depends on superiority, strength becomes quieter, more flexible, and more authentic. The need to dominate disappears because there is no longer an internal war that requires constant proof of being better than everyone else.